Hey there YouTube, this is Catastor 87 again, bringing you the deck profile. I haven't done this one since the last regionals I went to. It's my Lancer Frog deck. And I've done some minor changes to the main, some big changes to the extra, and one big change in the main. And you'll see that when it comes up. But we'll start off with the namesake of the deck, Sea Lancer. In case you don't know what Sea Lancer is, it's level 5, 1300, 1 tribute. Once while he's face up on the field, you can target any number of banished aqua, sea serpent, or fish monsters and attach them to him as equips. And then he gains 1000 while equipped at all through his effect. So I can have 1 to 4. He still only gains the 1000 boost. So he goes up to 23. And then if he would be destroyed, you destroy one of the equips that are attached to him. Now, one of the namesakes of the deck is that I equip frogs to him, and then he will be destroyed, and then I send the frogs to the grave, and then the frogs activate, like Dupe Frog and Poison Draw Frog. But I'll get to that. I used to run 3. I'm testing out 2 right now, just because I have increased access. I don't want him to clog. 2, I can get it back from Salvage. I can bounce it back to my hand with Swap when he's gone. I can revive it with Light and Darkness Dragon. But also, there's one big change that's coming up that makes me search it out of my deck a lot faster. So, we'll get to that. 2 Light and Darkness Dragon. Really good. I mean, with the frogs, it's just easy to get out. Frogs, enemy controller, it's just easy to pop out, and then it always revives something at the end. Like I said, like a lot of times, Sea Lancer is a good target for that. It's like your opponent will get through Lad, waste all its resources on it, Lad will blow up, revive Sea Lancer, and then next turn you equip Sea Lancer, and then they have to waste resources getting through another big monster. And something I had cited last time, but this time I'm maining in 2 is Obelisk. And so far I've been liking 2. Like, I've been able to support it really well. Between all the frogs and the enemy controller on Treeborn and stuff like that, I've been able to get him out quite a few times. And just some people just do not have many answers for in their deck. Like dragons, for example, have maybe Dark Hole, and that's about it. So a lot of times it's just like, I drop Obelisk, oh, I guess I win. Alright, and onto the frog engine. We have 3 Swap Frog. Your main guy, your main target, and you want to get this in your hand as fast as possible. And in case you don't know frogs, because a lot of people don't know what the frogs do, is Swap Frog. You can discard water monsters, special summon them from your hand, or you can normal summon them. But the discarding water monster allows you to summon them multiple times per turn. When he's summoned at all, you send 1 level 2 or lower aqua. So you send your frogs or your Ronintoadin to the grave. From your deck to your grave. And then his last effect is you can return 1 monster you control to your hand to give yourself an extra normal summon of a frog monster on your turn, in addition to your normal summoner set. And you really take advantage of that by just bouncing stuff. Bouncing himself so you can reuse him later, bouncing Sea Lancer or Light and Dark Dragon and reuse him, stuff like that. Dupe Frog, and Dupe Frog is your main searcher. When he's destroyed, you add a frog outside of Dupe Frog and add it to your hand, so he'll get you Swap. But it's at 2000 defense. And then, when it's face up on the field, your opponent cannot select another monster as an attack target. So he has a mini lock with himself, but, like, mostly you're going to use him as a searcher. And then also, while banished and then equipped a Lancer, Dupe Frog will also get its effect again. So you get to search for more frogs out of your deck or your graveyard when he's attached to Lancer. Lancer would be destroyed. 2 Ronintoadin. Now, Ronintoadin, basically what you're going to use it for is it's another 2000 defender. You banish you banish a frog from your graveyard to special summon him. And then this is kind of your main fodder. You banish the frogs to summon these. Use these as tribute fodder or to make rank 2 XYZs. and then you use the banished frogs to equip the Lancer, and then once Lancer is dead, they're all back in the graveyard. You rinse and repeat again. One Treeborn Frog. I really don't need more than one. I mean, a lot of you might know what Treeborn Frog does, but in case those don't, during your standby phase, if you control no spells or traps, you can special summon Treeborn Frog from your graveyard, and then and you can only control one Treeborn. So basically, he's just like once per turn tribute fodder. Monarch decks will run 2, just because they don't have Sea Lancer to return them, but since I have Sea Lancer and easy access to it, if it ever gets banished, I can easily return it. One Poison Draw Frog. Now, a lot of Lancer decks will run 2 of these, because mainly you run this to send to the graveyard, banish, and equip the Lancer, and basically when Lancer would be destroyed, you instead send this, and you draw a card. And then that's why they try to get these in the grave, and then banish as quickly as possible. But I run 1 just because I can abuse Dupe's effects just as easily, and it's just less of a dead draw if I just run 1 Poison Draw Frog. And 1's been working just fine for me, so I don't see the problem. And the one big change I made to the deck is the addition of 3 Tour Guides and a Sangan. Now, Sangan is important to the deck because it can search your 2 key cards, one being Swap Frog and the other being Lancer. So like in my Ojama deck, the main reason I put these in here is drop this, search Sangan, and now I can get one of my key pieces to my hand. And as well as if I already have both pieces and I don't need anything, I can just use this to make a Leviair and abuse it with banished frogs for extra shenanigans. Or make Acid Golem because I can tribute it away just easily. Any other rank 3 I'd like. I run 2 Effect Veiler. I personally still don't like Effect Veiler, but I keep giving it a try because in this one I guess it's more important than others because I don't have any traps or anything to stop my opponent, so I need something. So a couple Effect Veilers should help with that. Back in my regionals video, I said I didn't like Trag in here, but with the extra tribute fodder of maining 2 Obelisks, I felt I need it, at least for like going off the last attack my opponent does, special summon defense, and now I have a tribute monster. 2 Battle Fader, just along with Trags, just help stop opponents from killing me and letting me win. 1 Gorz. And then my 1 tech Volcanic Queen from last time. Still working really well. Still able to tribute anything on my opponent's side of the field. Any problem cards, so I like it. And onto the spells, we have 3 Enemy Controller. When you run Treeborn and can get to the grave very easily, Enemy Controller becomes a really good option. Because in your standby phase, you special summon Treeborn, you tribute with Enemy Controller, you get their monster, and then you're still in your standby phase, so you special summon Treeborn again. So basically, if you have Treeborn and this, you can get out Lad. You can get things out of your opponent's field if you're just like tributing with Lancer or XYZing out or something like that. 3 MST, just because I have a bunch of summons that don't need to get negated. 2 Salvage. I used to run 3, but I've kind of gone down to 2, trying out 2 and just to get some more space in the deck to fit everything I want in. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Heavy Storm, and 1 Dark Hole. And then we have 1 trap, and that's Treacherous Trap Hole, which works pretty well. I mean, you think you get MST, but you just have to play it right. I mean, like your opponent, like once they know you're playing frogs, they're not going to set MSTs against you. So you just have to make sure your opponent has to have 2 monsters that you'd want to destroy when you set Treacherous Trap Hole, because if they MST on your turn, you flip it and you kill what they have. So you can at least have that. So onto the extra deck, we have your main rank 2, 3 Gachi Gantetsu, and one of the main plays of the deck is to get 2 Ronins with 2 banishments, and get Sea Lancer on the field, and take those 2 Ronin to make this. So you have a 2700 Sea Lancer and a 2200 Gachi in defense right next to it. 2 Shining Elf. It's just one of the only rank 2 beater I really have access to in the deck. But it's just a 1600, as well as like you can, whenever your opponent summons a monster, you can remove a material to make that monster lose 500 attack. So it makes your small stuff seem a lot bigger to your opponent. 2 number 96 Dark Mist, both ultimate now. And Dark Mist is 3 level 2 monsters, and then once per battle, during either player's turn, when attack is declared involving this card and opponent's monster, you can attach a material, and you have the attack of the opponent's monster, and then Dark Mist gets what you took, and that's permanent. So if you attack, let's say like a 2400 attack monster, it would go down to 1200. This, being at 100 base, would go up to 1300. It would beat it, and it would stay at 1300, with 2 materials. It's against some decks it's not as good, but against things like Chaos Dragons, which like only have big monsters, like if you're able to sit there and protect this, then like they can't run you over and it'd give them huge. I attacked last regionals. I attacked a 5-headed dragon twice with this, and it broke 2000, but still with 1 material still left on it. Getting into the rank 3s, we have 1 Leviair. Like I said, Leviair shenanigans with the frogs. 1 Acid Golem, and a lot of times like Acid Golem might be dangerous for your deck, but I have so many ways to tribute it away, it's not a problem. 1 Leviathan Dragon, just a nice standard option. 1 Giga-Brilliant. 1 Treacherous, if I steal a level 5 monster, because like Sea Lancer is level 5, and if I have like a dead Sea Lancer with no equips that I can't use again, and I steal opponent's monster, I can overlay them for Treacherous. Then I have 3 Synchros in that. I have 1 Formula Synchron, because Valor plus Treeborn equals this. 1 Catastor, and then 1 Brio, and that's mostly just for like whatever I can make with Valor. But on to the side deck. We have 1 Kaiser Glider, and this is mostly for Dino Rabbit. Is that because if it would be destroyed and sent to the graveyard, and it doesn't have to be on the field to do this, you return 1 monster your opponent controls in their hand. So if I summon this, they negate it with something, then it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, and then I can still get to bounce the Dino Rabbit. So 1 card out. 2 Vanity's Fiend, just a nice anti-special summon card for 1 tribute. I still think it's very helpful. 3 DD Crow. 2 Snowman Eater. Also kind of against Dino Rabbit, and like any deck that has problem monsters, like Samurais. I keep seeing Samurais all over the place, so something needs to bash that Sheen in the face. 2 Jinzos to help me with traps. A 2nd Volcanic Queen on the side. 1 Electric Virus for dragons. 1 Leeching the Light for any light decks, but I also sided against dragons just because they make light pulsar, and I can just like summon a bunch of frogs, drop this, and then win. And then I also have 2 Spiritual Water AoE, and I'm planning to use this mostly just for like when I'm going first game 2 to like be able to cripple my opponent's hand. Alright, and that's the deck. Let me know what you guys think of the new version. And this is Cash Super 87 out.